Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to week 4 of our English 220 class. Lots of fun headed our way again this week. You'll notice that our assignments, our weeks kind of follow a pattern. This is for a couple reasons. There's a lot of research in educational psychology that says if we learn to manage our time wisely and well, we will be much more successful at school than almost any other factors. Like, the ability to manage time is a more significant factor in school success than like IQ, which is really interesting. So having a pattern, an established pattern to follow, helps our brains absorb information, and it helps us stay on track in terms of turning in assignments on time and all of that good stuff. It also helps you kind of get in a rhythm with the class, which is nice too. So you'll notice that our weeks start to look pretty similar in terms of like when assignments are due, when readings are due, that kind of thing. Just like when we got into our very first play, Comedy of Errors, and I'm so excited to read what you've created both in our discussion board and in the memes. I took a little peek at those, and they were amazing. So bravo, guys, you're awesome. This week we get to read Midsummer Night's Dream, which is one of the most produced plays of Shakespeare. If you ever go to like summer theater or anything like that, they almost always do a Midsummer Night's Dream. Like if they're going to do Shakespeare and they're going to do one of the comedies, it is almost always Midsummer Night's Dream because it's very funny. There's a lot of mistaken identities, and it's pretty fast paced. Like there's not a lot of downtime in it. It also has musical components, which are really fun. So it's one of those plays that everybody likes to put on. So if you've ever gone to like summer theater or anything like that, chances are pretty good you have seen Midsummer Night's Dream. So you'll be reading the intro to Midsummer Night's Dream today in your textbooks. A little bit of background on the play, how it was staged, its popularity, all of that good stuff. On Tuesday, you're going to start reading Midsummer Night's Dream. Once again, just like we talked about last week, you don't have to read the whole play in a day. We just want to have it done by Friday. So this is a reminder, get started reading the play, budget your time well so that you can have it finished by Friday. And then this one, we have a little bonus article, Read the Light and Dark of Midsummer Night's Dream. This was published in the New York Times. Really interesting take on Midsummer Night's Dream as a play and some of its deeper themes and literary connotations. Also, watch the recorded lecture on Midsummer Night's Dream in the Modules tab. I'll show you where that is in a minute. And then watch Midsummer Night's Dream on Thursday. I've got a free copy linked for you in the Modules tab. You can also rent a movie done with a lot of big stars, like Michelle Pfeiffer and Christian Bale are in this one, Rupert Everett. Lots of really famous people are in this version of Midsummer Night's Dream. It's linked here. You can also, you can rent it, or I know the Mid-Columbia Library branches have several copies of this movie. I think the CBC Library also has a copy of this movie. So lots of ways to watch it. So check that out. And then you do have another discussion assignment. Once again, all of these are titled with famous lines from the plays. This one is asking you to look at a couple different characters in the play, how they function, and what purpose they might be serving. So there's a lot of fun stuff to dig into with this play. So I can't wait to see what you guys think. If we go into the modules tab here, sorry, mom duty called for a minute. If you go into our modules tab here, as you know, we have a folder for each of our major plays. We've gone through the sonnets, we've gone through Comedy of Errors. Now we are on to Midsummer Night's Dream. Here's the recorded lecture you'll be watching this week. This will offer you a lot of insight into the play. We'll talk about the plot, we'll talk about the characters, we'll talk about symbolism, we'll talk about a lot of literary themes and motifs and tools that Shakespeare uses in here. And then we'll talk a little bit about criticism the play has received both in Shakespeare's time and in modern time. And then we'll talk a little bit about the long-reaching impacts of this play. So lots of good stuff in the recorded lectures. Here's a copy of the PowerPoint if you want to be able to go through it at your own speed instead of the recorded speed. Here is a video production of Midsummer Night's Dream. This is the one with all the famous people I was telling you about. So you can rent it or check it out from the local library. I'm working with the CBC librarians to see if we can't get digital access rights, but it is taking much longer than any of us anticipated. And then here is a free copy. The Royal Shakespeare Company can do no wrong in my book. They're absolutely phenomenal. They do an incredible job of the Midsummer Night's Dream, so totally check that out. Here is the No Fear translation of Midsummer Night's Dream. We talked about this with Comedy of Errors. This is a fabulous resource because sometimes Shakespeare's language is a little tricky. So you can read through a summary here, and you can click on the scene you want to look at, and it will give you the original text, and it will also give you a modern translation, which is awesome because that is so much easier to understand what we're going to see our characters doing if we have that more updated language. So this is another way that you can read through the play that might make it a little bit easier to understand. I'll have those No Fear Shakespeare links for all of the plays, so you can use those. And here is the Light and Dark Midsummer Night's Dream New York Times article. Really interesting piece on how the play is produced, how different modern scholars have interpreted what Shakespeare might have been trying to say with the play. Lots of really interesting stuff. So check that out, Midsummer Night's Dream. Fabulous, fabulous play. And then you've got that discussion board assignment coming due this weekend. And that's what we're doing. That's where we're headed this week. Lots of fun with Midsummer Night's Dream. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. Do make sure to watch that recorded lecture, watch the movie, and participate in our discussion board, and we'll be good to go. If you guys have any questions, reach out. I'm here to help.